Hi guys, the Daniels here. I know it's been a while. It's been months since we last posted here on YouTube, and trust me, we've missed you guys as much as you've missed us. And yeah, as most of you all know by now, our status has changed. We are no longer just husband and wife. We are now daddy and mommy.
Yeah.
So, like, that's the reason we've been away for a while, because that was we're in a phase. Yeah, I'll put it as that, in a phase, and that's what we are here to talk about. We are here to talk about our pregnancy experience. Even if I was the one that was carrying the baby, like literally, but it's still our
I was
pregnancy
carrying the
experience.
baby as well. I was carrying the baby as well.
Yeah. So, where do we begin? I've always known that I'm not really a serious person, but I think I confirmed it this year. Yeah. So early March, was it March or February? Yeah, I think February. Yes, February. I was. We see our period monthly as women, and January came. I had my January flow, and February. Before I knew it, February was over, and my period was nowhere to be found.
Did you even remember that you're supposed to see period?
I don't know. Why will I not remember?
No, because if you remembered, you that I know, you for don't talk. I said, baby, I never see that period though.
No, I did. We did actually. Like, we did though. And I was jokingly saying it. I was like, my period never come. You were like, speaking come, go run and less. I was like, okay, because I know initially our agreement was 2 years, and
Our agreement, not God's agreement.
and we had just done what, October, November. I can't even count October, November, December, January, and boom, that was it. So we were not expecting it, like at all. We were not expecting it, and February was over, and I'd not seen my period, and I was jokingly telling this man, I was like say, I was jokingly saying, trust me, because I believe my period was going to come. My period does this funny thing where it's supposed to come like 2 days, 2 days to the previous date in the last month. Like, if I saw my period on 30th of last month, I'm supposed to be expecting like 28, 27 the following month. But sometimes it will come that exact 30th that it came last month. So I was just chilling and waiting. I was like, okay, it's going to do that. And when it was that very day, like the last day of hope for me, I was worried. But I was like, okay, it's still morning, it's going to come at night. I went to the market that day, and there was this pharmacy, and I just reluctantly walked into the pharmacy, and I got a pregnancy test strip. I was like, okay, when I get home, I'll try it. Although I've heard that it's more potent in the morning, early morning urine, but I was so impatient. So I was like, it was the early morning urine is urine at the end of the day. I was like, let me try it. And I came back from the market, went into my room, and I did the test. And I was seeing two lines. One was very sharp, and one was looking very faint. I was confused. Immediately, I took a picture and I sent it to my husband. I was like, is this two lines? Not two lines of the sea. Because I could not believe my eyes. At that point, I was shaking. I was nervous. And then I sent the picture to a doctor friend of mine. He was taking so much time to respond. Immediately I got up, I went to the nearest lab to do a blood test. And the woman was like, Tracy, what did you order? I was like, Ma, I did not order anything. She was like, what you ordered versus what you got. You are pregnant. at that point, I didn't know how to feel. I was shaking. My heart was heavy. I had a river in my eye, my eyes, because it's not something we had planned or we were ready for. It just happened. And to think I was jokingly telling my husband that, see, I could not even wait and do those things that people used to do anyway for their husband to come home and then now surprise him with the news. I could not. Immediately, I just took a picture of the lab results and I sent to my husband. I was like, see, I'm pregnant. And my husband was, I don't know. He didn't know how to feel, but over the phone, he sounded excited, but not so excited. But it wasn't like he wasn't happy about it. And then I got back home. I was crying. I called my parents. And I told them. And my dad was like, "Why are you crying? That's a good news." I was like, "I don't know." I feel like there's literally a human being growing inside of me. I don't know how to feel about that. I was like, "That's good news." And they were excited, and I was just there. I was thinking about it. I was like, wow. My husband got back, and he was just looking at me, smiling, looking at my stomach. I was like, I'm ready for this. He was like, God has put it now, so what was there to not be ready for? God has put it to take care of it and all of that. And that was how the journey began. I think that was as at 3rd of March. Yeah, that day was on the 3rd of March. And following week, so we're trying to like calculate like when did this thing enter? Was it Valentine? Yeah, because I think around that Valentine period I was ovulating. So yeah, and we're calculating like 4 weeks, all of that. And then we got to do a scan the following week, and we realized that we were 6 weeks gone. Man, and I had just gotten a job. And I was on 6 months probation. I got the job. I resumed first week of February, and this thing we're talking about is like first week of March. So I was already working like just 1 month. So I was so scared. I was confused. I didn't know what to do. Seeing that I was on 6 months probation pregnancy, I didn't know how my pregnancy journey was going to be like. I decided to keep it a secret for a while. I mean, I wanted the company to see my worth before letting them know that I was pregnant. But my baby said no. My baby said no. Immediately I found out. That was when the sickness started coming in. And the job then was, it had a morning shift and night shift. So sometimes I'm on morning shift, sometimes I was on night shift. So I think that period I was more on night shift. I'll go to work and I'll start throwing up. Initially I was telling people that were vibing in the office, were talking in the office, I was telling them that, oh, I think it's malaria. I even had to like, one was like, it's just not belly. I was like, how? Me, I'm on my period now, like this. But it got really serious. People were having morning sickness, and we were having night sickness. I would say we, because whatever affects me has to affect my husband. Because I cannot be going through it alone. So whatever I was going through, he was going through, and sometimes I won't be able to stay at the office. I'll have to book a ride and come back home at night, because I mean, if I can't work, what's the essence of me being there? After some time, I couldn't hold it in anymore. I saw that this thing was not giving me any chance at all. I could not eat. I was always throwing up, smell. Everything was irritating me. I had to open up to them. I had to tell them that, see what's going on. If there was a way that for my first trimester I could be relieved of night shifts and just be working morning shift. So for that period, it was just morning shift. But as time went on, it wasn't really easy. I told my husband, I was like, no, I don't think I can do this anymore. My husband was like, just try, don't worry. But then at the same time, I was thinking of how I'll be bored at home, how I will no longer have any stream of income. Like, okay, let's just keep pushing. But the day that we checked my blood pressure and they said my blood pressure is high for a pregnant woman, my husband was like, that's it, just send me your resignation letter. I'm not good for problem. And that was how, should I say that was how the main journey started? Because as at this time, I was already close to second trimester. I was already close to second trimester and I resigned and I came home, registered for antenatal. My first visit, my first antenatal visit, that week, was it that week or the following week? I can't remember. But I think it was the following week. The following week, I was having this funny feeling, this funny pain. I was like, what's going on? Why am I having this pain? Initially, I didn't take it serious. But one day I was just laying in bed and I called my husband. I was like, let's go to the hospital. I don't like the way I'm feeling. And then we went to the hospital, did a scan, and the doctor was like, oh, your cervix is short. I will have to carry out a medical procedure on you to be able to keep this baby till term. But if you don't want to do that, you have to lay in bed for 10 weeks, no movement, nothing at all. And I and my husband came home that night and we're thinking about it. We're like, what are we going to do? And it was a very unplanned thing. And it was sort of expensive. So we're confused. We're like, if we take the option of being in bed for 10 weeks, how do I lay in bed for 10 weeks? How? And what's the assurance that laying in bed for 10 weeks? We just didn't want to take any chances, even though it was something we didn't plan for. The pregnancy was something we didn't plan for. We had already grown to love our child as our then, prepare our minds that, oh, we're going to be parents. So it's not something we could just say, oh, whatever wants to happen, it should happen. So we took the bold step. The following morning, called the doctor. We're like, okay, we're going to come in for the procedure. And that was how it all started. I went in for the procedure. I was so nervous, and I didn't even know what exactly they were going to do on me. It was that day I found out. They were like, oh, it's called a cerclage. It's something that would hold the baby in till full term. And then I went to do my own research on it, and I realized that, oh, cerclage sometimes fails. And I was like, I was scared. I was like, God, please, we cannot spend this much money and then it fails, and then I'm wanting to go back. Even the trauma my body went through at the hospital, the period of 5 days or so that I stayed in the hospital, I didn't want to go through it again. So it was really a scary period for us, and I've never followed instructions like I did during my pregnancy. I've never followed instructions like that. It just was like stay in bed. I stayed in bed. Even as far as to getting water to drink, my husband was doing everything. The only time I got up from bed was when I was going to use the toilet or when I was going to take my bath. Every other time I was in bed, like seriously in bed. For weeks, I would not know how my living room looks like because I don't come out. I'm always inside. The only time I come out is when I'm going for antenatal because I have to go and see the doctor. So those were the only times I came out, and it was supposed to be for a period of time. So after that period of time, I started moving around, and before I knew it, I started bleeding. I went back to the hospital, list of admission, and the doctor was like, another bed rest. I was like, oh my god, my back is getting sore from laying down in bed every day. I'm not even allowed to sit for so long. I only sit when I want to eat. And after eating immediately, I will not even wait for my food to digest. I will go back to lying down. It was really, really draining, like so draining for me. But in all, I thank God that we're able to get through that phase, and I was able to do first and second trimester, and then we got to third trimester. I was excited. I was like, okay, this thing is finally or gradually coming to an end. And there were other times too where I was spotting, but I just thank God for the kind of hospital that we registered and the doctor that was attending to me. He was always available. Every time I called, every time we panicked, he was always available. If it was for us to go to the clinic to go and see him, he was always there and giving us assurance, don't worry, our God is going to do everything, don't worry, you'll carry your baby and all of that. So it was helpful. I will not say that it was easy or it was magical. I think pregnancy is the hardest thing I've ever had to do in my life. Like, it's the hardest thing I've ever had to do in my life. But I thank God that I believe in God, so I always held on to God. There were times I'll be in that room, my husband will be working, I'll be alone in the room, I'll be crying, like, oh, this is not what I planned for my life. I had a lot of plans for 2025. Come on. I had a lot of plans. I mean, I just started a new career path and everything just like that. But I'm grateful. It was a beautiful experience at the end of the day. I mean, at the end of the day, I get to carry my child, my son. I get to feed him. I get to look at his face. It's really beautiful. But I mean, the experience it is what it is.
Well, my experience. Well, I'm somebody who, the way I act, most times you think that I'm not scared, or you think that I am brave. Okay, I'm actually brave, but I have this mindset that you are the man. You don't have to. You're the head of the house. You don't have to make them know that you are shaking and all those things. So when my wife called me, she texted me on WhatsApp and like she texted me and I saw the result. I said, we have to go and do blood one, let's be sure. So when she finally sent it to me and I was like, wow, where are they? I just smiled. Well, we didn't plan for it, like she said, but I told myself that God has never given me a responsibility that will weigh me down. And we said we wanted after 2 years. So if God is telling me to start now, I know saying I me perform the thing. But if God is telling me to start now, then I don't have an issue, which means He's going to provide everything I need. And there's something I swore to myself. I said that my family will not suffer. So I work so hard to make sure that they don't suffer. And I work so hard to make sure that they are comfortable. So the journey, like she said, was not that rosy, and it was not an easy one. Or I would say it is easy by God's. It was easy by God's grace, but by me it wasn't. So we went through a lot, and most times when I look at my wife and see the kind of pain she's going through, even when she was walking, I even most times have to reach out to somebody I know that work in the organization and I'm like, moan and take care of my wife and they use her play. So you get to because I had a connection with them and all those things. And when I saw that it was becoming life threatening, you know, see, sometimes you are working, but it's becoming life threatening because of the distance and she's always falling sick. I was like, please come home, stay at home. Where I will be seeing you. I don't mind to do everything, but you just have to be comfortable and you have to be okay. It's our first child, and I don't want anything to happen to our first child. So we started, and each day I pray to God and I tell God, please, you've already given us. I've seen a lot. I've gone through a lot mentally. this period, and I'm like, God, I beg. I always hear people talk about their experiences, but now I'm experiencing it firsthand. And one of the funny things is that people you I'm somebody that I don't actually bank on people, but there are people you feel like they will be there to encourage you, and at some point you notice that they are never there. But I never had it against anybody because I've already known that everybody is going through their own thing and I have to face mine. So I thank God for giving me such a wonderful parents. I also giving me such wonderful in-laws because they were so helpful, always calling to make sure that I'm okay, to make sure that we are fine, and to make sure that everything is going on. And we kept believing in God. Even got to a point, even after the sackcloth that she had, that we went, I think one of those days it rained and she couldn't go for antenatal to be sure that she's okay. So it's okay, let's go and on scan. And when we got there, they said that her lipo was so small that the baby might not survive. That is, she was the one that called. They did not tell her exactly, but she called me that she doesn't know how the woman is doing, that I should come. I left her. I was doing that morning and I came there. When I met the woman was like, Mr. Miracle, why didn't you tell me? And all those things. And me, you fit they do something, make her the fear, I go to smile. The woman was saying it and I was smiling. And the woman was looking at me. When the woman talked to me, all I said was that nothing will happen to my wife. She said, okay, this is what we can do, this is what we can do. I said, okay. I left the place. On my way coming back, the words I said, God, the last time my wife will sleep in the hospital is when we did that sackcloth. Nothing, we will not lose this baby. I will not spend the kind of money I spent already. The only time we will go back to the hospital is during delivery. I just said it and I believed in that word. And when I go home, my wife, she knows how to panic a lot. And if I dey panic, my wife dey panic, wahala go dey. She's always panicking. Thank God for the kind of husband she married, because if she see her face, she was panicking, and I'm like, calm down. So thank God we called our doctor and she found a way to get to the hospital. And when she got to the hospital, everything was normal. Now, it's not like something was not wrong before, but I just believe that God did something there. And that is why our family is rooted in God. And there's one thing we did after our wedding, we gave God a seat in our family. And so far, God has been doing it for us. We've had several cases where she's spotting, we are worried, and one way or the other, they said this one is not going, this one is not working, but God kept coming through for us. And we never lacked in the house. We never lacked anything. We never lacked food. She says she won't go anywhere now. She have to stay in the hospital. We are there. And that's how we kept going. I was here, even to a point that I think my sister was around, my sister left, her sister came and she has been helpful and all that. Then we initially, where we had another confusion was gender. We didn't want to check gender on time, and the way it was going, we are another thing that would make you know that you can plan and God will replan for you. We are telling ourselves that we wanted first a female child, and we are just banking on it. Na female. You don't know, with the kind heavy kicks this boy was kicking, we are not assuming, but we found out that it's a guy, and we are like, wow, that's nice. And a lot of things have happened, even during delivery. A lot of things happened, and all I just said to myself is that thank God. Some things you will not know until you experience it. When people tell you the story, you will just be like, until you experience it. I have experienced it, and I told myself that nobody should ever ask what women bring to the table. I'm giving you for free. Until you experience it, you will not know.
Talking about delivery, let's talk about delivery. women they try oh eh God. You know, all through like all through the pregnancy journey, I was just thinking about it. I was like, that final day, how is it going to be? Like,
You know, you're always scared. You're anxious. 'Cause I remember when you're like, I'm anxious, delivery day.
I was anxious, but I mean, if there was one thing, I always believed that I was going to come out with my child. But I was thinking about the pain. I mean, I see a lot of TikTok videos. Some were good, some were bad, but I didn't. I just told myself everybody will have their own experience. So I didn't know how my experience was going to be like. I always claimed and said, "Oh my God, to push. Now, the baby will be out." But deep down, hey, I was nervous, and the way it even happened, I thought it was going to be like Nollywood, and they deceive us. Well, people are deep at deceiving us. I thought it was going to be like that. In the middle of the night, we're just going to wake up and we'll rush to the hospital, or
I will break.
we'll just be in the house during the day, and then I'll be like, ah, babe, the baby's coming. None of that happened. In fact, I was in the house. I was very normal, and my mom had already come around because we'd already told ourselves, 37, 38 weeks, this baby must come out. Maybe this baby has been fighting to come out. That's why we use settlers to tie this baby in place. So this baby must come out at 37, 38 weeks. I did not want to carry till 39, 40. Oh my God, I don't even want to think about that. I think today, what's today's date? 7th. Today's supposed to be my EDD. Supposed to give birth today. My giving birth since on the 18th of October. Praise the Lord. Yeah. So that day I was very much normal in the house, and my mom was like, this baby should come now. My husband was already tired at that point. My husband had already given our child the previous week to even come out. Not even that week. Like immediately after the circular was taken out at 36 weeks, my husband was already expecting. But me, I had told myself that 37 weeks. Like the day I clocked 37 weeks, I wanted exactly that day, which was on a Friday, and then our anniversary was on a Sunday. I just wanted the baby to be out before our anniversary though. So I was already speaking to my child. I was like, that weekend that I clocked 37 weeks, that weekend, don't enter Sunday that is our anniversary deal. That Friday, I'm giving you that Friday and Saturday to come out. So I've already been telling my child that because I heard 37 weeks is full term. So I didn't even want anything before 37 weeks. I wanted like 37 weeks. Yeah. So that day, I was having pain, and I told my mom, I was like, I'm having one kind of pain, but at some point the pain stopped. It didn't come back. My husband was like, call doctor now. I was like, it's just waist pain. There's nothing there. My mom was like, call the doctor. Wow. Not to the rush. I reluctantly called the doctor. He was like, that's contraction, ma'am. Please call me, let's check you. That checking, that VE, that vaginal examination that they do, that is demonic. I was so scared because I had already, prior to that day, I had already had one vaginal examination. I think after the circular was taken out, I was having a bit of contraction. I went and I was checked. That was the first time I experienced it. So asking me to come in that day, I was scared. But we had to go. Me and my husband, we drove down and they did the vaginal examination, and doctor was like, madam, you are 5 centimeters dilated. Please go and bring your things and come back. And I was like, wow, is this really happening? That was on a Friday, the day I clocked 37 weeks. And then we drove back home, and I told my mom, the day that you have been praying for, it finally called. Packed my things and then drove back to the hospital, and then I was waiting, doing exercise, gradually getting into the main deal, the main pain. And I was checked several times that night. I was checked by 7:30. I was 6 centimeters dilated, and then the doctor said, okay, by 12 I'm going to check you again. By 12 a.m. he checked. I was 8 centimeters dilated. By then, the pain, I was I was really going through it. And the doctor was like, I'll check you again by 4 a.m. I was like, my God, 4 a.m. What do you mean by 4 a.m.? So I should hold it. And at some point, he was like, if you feel like you want to pull, just let us know. I didn't know if I wanted to pull, but I knew that I wanted to go and sit in the toilet and shit out that pain. And I told them, and that was how I went into labor. Push, 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 push. It wasn't coming.
Well, I think I will be in a position to tell the outside feeling of what was happening. I think when they took her in and the labor room and we are praying, and I kept hearing push because I stood close to the
Didn't
labor
allow
room.
my husband to call me. They said he would come and fetch me.
So I was there. My mother-in-law was already around. My sister-in-law was there, and they were praying. Me, I was just telling myself, this baby is going to come out. I didn't know what was happening in there, and my wife already said that she wanted to try to push. So, well, everybody's prayer is push and it comes out, right? So she tried to push, and I even heard when doctor said I was going to leave you. Madam, push. I knew all those things they do is just to make you push. And it wasn't working. They called my mother-in-law in. My mother-in-law came, spoke to the daughter and all those things. But Nani married the wife. Nani no. When my wife don't tell you say no they do again, no they do again. So where I was, I knew that Mama is not going to work that way. My mom was already calling every second to check how far and how is it going. My aunties were calling. My pastor, I called my pastor. One of the amazing things I did was that I sent my pastor, Pastor George, so I sent him a message on WhatsApp. By this should be around 2:33 a.m. midnight. Me and a pastor you be because I know that you just have to answer me. That's what I was telling myself. When it ticked twice, I was like, Papa did that day on. He was not in the country at that point. And I was like, this man answer me. While my wife did, he has been pain. I'm hearing push, push, push. I called him on phone. I said, he must pick my call. Well, I guess I called his attention and he spoke a word and said, you will have your baby. Now, if not misinterpretation, I would have said she should keep pushing. But when I was brought in and I saw my wife, the state she was in, and she said, baby, I cannot push. I am tired. I saw her. She was so tired. The doctor told me that he has tried because she had a small cervix, they call it pelvis. So it's not easy to push. And when doctor said it was going to be an emergency CS, I said, okay, as far as my wife is safe and my child is going to be safe, I don't mind. But when doctor told me the amount, because it was a private hospital, I was like, God. But one thing I've always believed is that except no be wetin money go solve, God will always provide. If no be wetin money go solve, God will also provide it. So I told him, sir, can we negotiate? He said, okay, because of she's my patient, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. But the money was still massive. I said, okay, let's go ahead. I went to meet my mother-in-law and I told her. She said, wow. I said, okay, they brought the consent form and I signed. And after signing, he said they needed a witness. I went to my mother-in-law and said, Mommy, sign. She signed. And immediately, the anesthetic, anesthetic came in. Then the surgeon who was going to perform, the consultant, the surgeon came in. And they took her in. And there I was praying, speaking in tongues, God, please, my wife safe, my child safe. And immediately, it didn't even reach 15 minutes. I heard the baby cry. I was like, wow. See, the way I switched mood, my mother-in-law was smiling for on my behalf because the tension there. So I started smiling. I was like, thank God. You see, I had a heap of relief. But I was like, thank God I don't hear baby cry. Now my wife now I won't know whether my wife did okay if she's fine. So I heard the three doctors gisting that they are communicating another, and I told myself if there's an emergency inside the theater, these people not going to gist like that. So I knew my wife was okay. So I went out to get something, and when I came in I saw my son. They brought in my wife. I was like, oh, thank you God. And the amazing thing was that the day after was going to be our anniversary. So it was a perfect anniversary gift for us. And the journey, I give it to God because I was just telling myself, God, you did great too. You did great. And I cannot tell myself that yes, I am a daddy. And it's a sweet journey. And I want to thank God for that. And I am also encouraging anyone there. Better go into the world and multiply, no fear. So because we don't want to bore you, baby, what do you have to tell intending mothers or people who are going through their own phase in pregnancy?
Oh, well, I'll say that it will soon be over. Yeah, it will soon be over. And I'll also say that you should listen to your doctor. First of all, make sure that you are registered in a good hospital, and then follow your doctor's instruction. Trust in God. Trust in God, but also know that we are humans and we have to put in the work. I don't subscribe to, oh, I'm a Christian. God is going to do it. I'll just sit back and God will do it. I don't subscribe to that. If there's anything that you have to do, please do it. Try and do it. I can't imagine that we were just seated and like, oh, we are not having the second class procedure. God is going to. I can't even imagine that we did that. So please, and please. And I feel like second class is something that's not even talked about enough. Like so many people are not aware of it. So when I told a few people that are mothers, they're like, something like this. See, I've during my pregnancy, most of the videos I saw on social media were pregnancy related videos. I've seen people say they lost their pregnancy at maybe 24 weeks, at 17 weeks, just like that. They don't know the cause, they don't know the reason. I have every reason to believe that most of them had like incompetent cervix, like I did, and they just were not aware. Probably their doctors did not do proper findings and all of that. So I feel like it's something that's not talked about enough. It's really sad, but
Okay, so I'm going to leave you with this word. The journey of being married is a lot. The journey of raising a child is also a lot. The journey of pregnancy is a lot that a woman should not do it alone. So for my guys out there, for my men out there, please do everything possible to support your pregnant wife. Even the ones where you give belle wey you never marry, do so well to support them. It's not easy for them. It's not easy at all. Even if you're out of town, make sure you do something to make them know that you're still there. Please do well to support them. And don't forget, yes, a lot of people can share their experience with you and it may not work for you. That is why you need to listen to your doctor. It is very important to listen to your doctor and also pray to God to help you. Sometimes doctor can tell you this is it and it's going to cost you so amount and you wake up the next day and it is gone. So which means you need to listen to your doctor, you need to pray and listen to God, have a discerning spirit and limit third party. It's do this, do that? Why didn't you take them to a maternity? Why didn't you do this?
Everybody has an
Please,
opinion.
everybody have.
During,
When you are pregnant, everybody will have an opinion. Don't drink this one. Drink this one. Take this one. Don't take cold water. The child will relax. Blah blah blah.
find what works for you.
Find what works for you, and please do what works for you. And please don't forget that we are here for you that has not gotten to this point. And yeah, you can always reach out to us via email. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. I believe there's somebody there who this story is going to encourage. And don't forget that childbirth is a lot, but it is a sweet experience. And I wish every
It's sweet when you have a good partner. If you like my rubbish.
And I also want to wish every pregnant woman safe delivery. And want to tell you that yes, you're going to give birth to a very beautiful, a very handsome child, and you're not going to give birth to a problem. You're going to give birth to the best of the children. Till we see you next time.
Ciao.